Hey guys, we are back in Ireland on the Beer 52 adventure. So this is from last month. But weirdly, it might be even older than that because the beer we are doing is one of the extra beers. This is from, there he is, the White Hag Watermelon IPA. White Hag, as we know, is an Irish brewery from Ballymonte. It has Eldorado and Citra in. 5.5% watermelon IPA. Pungent grapefruit, hints of watermelon, green food colouring representing the rind. But also, I'm led to believe that this was actually a special edition that was released for St. Patrick's Day, and that is why it is green. So watermelon or St. Patrick's Day, doesn't really matter. And one of my friends, in fact, guy who's moved on from work now, I mentioned him before, Dean, my old manager, he actually tried this in a pub in Canterbury, which I thought was quite crazy. And he said, "Why is it green, man? I don't understand this green beer." Fair enough. Yeah, we've got a slightly different take over here. For the Spree series, we brew a bunch of beers that are purely experimental. Unless you like seriousness, this fruited IPA has gone down the green route again, this time with watermelon, Eldorado hops. Yeah, pours green, finishes with a smooth yet hoppy aftertaste. Come watermelon IPA. Will the IPA crazy nonsense ever cease? Let's hope not. This one's been in the fridge, so bit of watermelon. So I knew it wasn't going to explode. And we have, back by popular demand, the gas glass. Oh, holy Jesus. It is green. Like the Hulk. Remember the one with Edward Norton? I was going to say Edward Furlong, but no, Edward Norton. And, wow, that is ridiculous. So, yes, it is green and a little bit hazy. As you can probably see, we've got at least 2 fingers worth of. It's actually pretty white head, and I mean, it is watermelon. That is crazy. That really is crazy. How have they how have they managed to do that? That is absolutely ridiculous. Green food coloring, yeah, I get, but the watermelon aroma, absolutely crazy, man. I would have loved to have this on St. Patrick's Day. Pardon me, I burped even before I've drunk any beer. That's how it's affected me. Now, the other thing that Dean said to me was another guy had this in the pub in Canterbury. Well, actually, it's a gin place. It's the Pegasus Tap Room that does lots of different gins, and they had this beer on. So, yeah, shaman to you guys. That's proper on point. Yeah, proper green. Very crazy. Yes, the story continues. So he told me that someone else ordered this beer, had one sip, and then just put it back on the bar and said, "You know what? You're all right." So, great praise indeed. Let's see what this is like. wow. I mean, it is fresh, and then it goes straight into the watermelon, which is like crazy. It is, I know what they mean. It is a little bit more rind tasting than, yeah, I mean, you can get watermelon, all sorts of different stuff. Watermelon's, I mean, it's only the outside that's green. The inside is like red. So, you know, you didn't have to make it green, dude. But I also get the kind of Irish St. Patrick's colour, which is done basically with food colouring. I cannot believe that they have just done this. Let's have a look at that again. Without any kind of crazy additions. So hopefully it will focus. The White Hag, Ballymote, County Sligo or Sligo in Ireland. Barley, hops, yeast, watermelon, grapefruit. Wow. So basically it is watermelon in there that's giving it the watermelon taste. So Chamon. There is a little bit of hop taste in there. However, let's try and do one of these for the front of the video, you understand. Sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't. That is absolutely ridiculous. And it really does taste like watermelon. It's not as juicy. There are some hops in the background, so I am getting a bit more bitterness than perhaps I would have got if it was pure watermelon. And like I said before, it tastes like that watermelon kind of rind, not the actual segments of watermelon, which is absolutely crazy. And grapefruit, actually, that does make sense because there's a bit of bitterness in there, which might not be purely from the hops. But I mean, could I drink this every day? Is this a session beer? Is this even a session IPA? No, no chance. Absolutely no way. However, especially for St. Patrick's Day, fantastic. If I had this on draft, I would be really happy. It's reasonably strong. It doesn't taste strong. This is an experimente, as I used to say back in my homebrewing days, which hopefully will be coming again. But what an experiment. I was listening to a podcast on the way to work. I do a bit of a walk. I park the car a bit far away and I walk in to the city. And I usually have some sort of podcast on. And it was the Experimental Brewing podcast with Denny Conn and Drew Beecham. Cheers and beers to you both, guys, if you're watching this. And oh, holy Jesus. They were basically saying some people haven't brewed for a while and you shouldn't feel sorry for yourself, and you are a home brewer. And it just made me so happy with all that's happened in the last year or couple of years, just to have a bit of an affirmation as to, you know, I was in the walking down the middle of the street going, I am Spartacus. But really I was going, I'm a home brewer. Cheers and beers. Let's nick this one and you guys can get on your way. What more can I say? I mean, that is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The White Hag Watermelon IPA, part of their Spree series. Absolutely fantastic, cracking beer. Experimental beers don't get that much better. The only thing I would say is there's this little residual rindy kind of aftertaste, tiny bit of bitterness. So I wouldn't give it 5 out of 5. I would say 4.5 out of 5. I would, if I could get this in my local. I mean, it's a special edition, so you're not gonna ever find this again, and it might be really difficult to get hold of. But really, really good beer to try if you can get hold of it. Shame on to you guys. Click like and subscribe down below, or you'll miss out on all Unclejona's green beer wrongness coming up. Make sure you flick my bell as well, and that way it will remind you very subtly when my next upload is. And it does make a real difference, so please don't forget. Please click like on this video. Cheers and beers, guys. Be kind to each other. Make sure you drink plenty of green beer. Shame on.